And there it is. B-2 bomber arriving in Qatar tonight. Capable of carrying nuclear weapons. And according to reports from Hal Turner, that may well be what it's carrying. Everyone, Johnny here, Don't Speak News. A lot of what Hal's got, I've got over on Telegram. It's being reported. This stuff has been reported all day, but let's start at the website at don'tspeaknews.com. And below, I posted some developments I was seeing on Telegram. This is below the video I put up earlier this morning. So, alert info: in the event of an attack on Israel, Iran's gas and oil fields will be destroyed. That's according to the IDF. Then urgent: the Israeli Army's home front command designates radio stations for emergency broadcasts in case of a major attack on the country this weekend. There are hundreds of ballistic missiles also being moved to their launch pads by Israel. They wouldn't be moving these out, guys, unless they're going to use them. My question is, are there any nuclear warheads on these? Asking for a friend. Look at all those. I don't know if there's hundreds or dozens or whatever, but that's what the report said. Now, move down here. Breaking news: the U.S. will send more combat aircraft to the Middle East to help defend Israel against Iran. That was New York Times. Officials said they are committed to sending enough aircraft of the right type as quickly as possible to help defend Israel without escalating the conflict. And France, for their part, the foreign ministry called on its citizens to leave Iran as soon as possible due to the risk of a military escalation with Israel. And then this news coming out of the U.S. Senate today: Senator Lindsey Graham wants America to go to war with Iran in the name of Israel, as he put up this joint resolution to authorize the United States Armed Forces against the Islamic Republic of Iran for threatening the national security of the United States through the development of nuclear weapons, which they've known that Iran has had nuclear weapons since 1992, and they made a deal with Kazakhstan of the former Soviet Union. Old news, LA Times, go look it up. I've shown it on this channel many times. Then Senator Lindsey Graham, like it says here, introduced the resolution. And of course, we know that the reasoning here is complete BS. So as you can see, even Lindsey Graham came out with a bill supporting the U.S. war against Iran, which is not a threat to the USA, owing to their money masters in Israel. This war is happening whether you want to believe it or not. I suggest you pray. That's the best prep you can make. And of course, make any last-minute preps you need to. Think about your radio batteries and your water supplies and your food stocks, all of it. Go through all of your checklists and make sure that you're good to go. You're all set, because this is kicking off now. At 3:10 Eastern today, this afternoon, the IDF airstrikes in Himal, northern Lebanon, near the Syrian border. Then they struck the village of Qasar in the Hermel district, close to the border with Syria. And then they say that the Qasar is located 140 kilometers from the Israeli border. So this marks one of the deepest Israeli strikes in Lebanon amid this war. The IDF has struck in the Qasar area before. Then we had the U.S. Navy aircraft patrolling the Mediterranean coast. And then we had another IDF strike in Lebanon. According to the reports, 2 targets were attacked in Lebanon and another target in Syria. Then Israel airstrikes the target Al-Daba airport in the city of Homs, Syria. Israel launches a preemptive attack and destroys the Al-Daba airport near Al-Qasar inside Syria. According to Arab reports, many Hezbollah and Iranian missiles have now been destroyed. A lot of attacks, and at least 5 in number. A U.S. military executive jet sent to Tel Aviv to evacuate diplomats from Israel amid expectations of a violent Iranian attack. So these are the nations that have asked their citizens to leave Lebanon, Israel, or Iran immediately. There's a list of them here, including the U.S., France, UK, and so on. There's airlines have canceled flights to and from Israel and or Lebanon. You can read those on your own. And it's official. The Islamic Republic of Iran has officially announced that attacks on Israel will begin in the coming hours. They said in the coming hours, we will witness extraordinary scenes and very important developments, an Iranian state TV anchor said in a live program. That's also on my Telegram account. And then this is also my Telegram account. Iran has rejected all backdoor and friendly messages from countries to not retaliate against Israel. So retaliation is definite. It's only a matter of time. In some provinces in Iran, we are witnessing large military movements involving the transportation of heavy military equipment, such as signal jamming devices and air defense systems. And they have asked the Iranian people not to send videos of all the different movements around the country for, operational security reasons. So update at 4:25 Eastern. Just now, Iranian television channels stopped normal broadcast and started playing military marches. And now, as we talked about earlier today, in this bulletin here, Syrian leader Bashar Assad has ordered the Syrian army to prepare for a possible war in the Golan Heights. So they are going to open up the front in the Golan, guys. The official Twitter account of Iran's leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, pinned this tweet saying the Zionist regime is a goner. High alert in Europe for attacks on Israeli and Jewish targets. Greek authorities elevate alert. Local reports say warnings relayed by foreign intel services over the threat of imminent terror attacks. In France, security boosted near synagogues due to Mideast tensions. A White House official says the Iran situation is getting worse by the hour, yet they haven't even bothered asking Biden to come back from Delaware, and Kamala has been courting Wall Street since 0900 nonstop. Blinken and Austin are, for better lack of a term, the POTUS and VP. Well, they've probably been the ones running the country behind the scenes, along with Obama and Hillary and God only knows who else, right? John Kerry, probably Al Gore. It's just unreal. Just a cabal running things now, an evil one at that. Now here's some more intel. Imaginary intelligence and signals intelligence from all over the intelligence community is showing something unprecedented is going to occur between Iran and Israel. The amount of hardware that the IRGC, Hamas, Hezbollah, and other groups are moving into place is impressive. Missile and drone systems are now well within range of U.S. personnel. And there's video here of that B-2 Spirit stealth strategic bomber, which I already showed you. And the worst news imaginable from the intelligence community is that plane is not empty. So it could very well have nukes on board. Can't confirm that, of course. Now, at 6:40 p.m. Eastern tonight, Israel returned a threat to Iran. In the event of an attack on Israel, Iran's gas and oil fields will be destroyed, which I showed you earlier on Don'tSpeakNews.com. Iranian diplomat said that Israel has crossed all red lines and our response will be surprising and strong. The Secretary of Defense has ordered the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group to replace the USS Theodore Roosevelt Strike Group, currently on deployment in the Central Command area of responsibility. And last but not least, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un says that we will stand by Iran and respond decisively to any threat to our ally. We warn the mercenary of global imperialism, namely Israel, against making mistakes. And there you go. That sums up what Hal has for now and what I've seen on Telegram. Like I said, at least for now, I'm refreshing the page here to see if there's been anything else added, and it doesn't appear so. I'll check my Telegram. Like I said, Megatron Ron is one of them that I follow quite often. Multi-story building was hit by a drone in Russia, so that war, don't forget, is still going on as well. There you go. The war between Russia and Ukraine, well, Russia and NATO, continues. And then we have this Wall Street Journal. Israel and the U.S. are preparing for an unpredictable Iranian retaliatory strike on Israel as soon as this weekend. So Iran is stonewalling diplomats. Massive explosions reported at Russian air base in Rostov. Wow. War is breaking out all over, guys. Of course, this one in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia, never really stopped. That looks like a big explosion. So it's kicking off all over the world now. Armageddon's here, guys. We're at the end of days. This is the end of this age. We're about to enter the millennial reign of Christ. Kim Jong-un threatened Israel. I already read you that from Hal Turner. Like I said, Hal gets a lot of his stuff from Telegram too. There's a summary here of what's happening in the Middle East. All the media in the region announced that Iran is preparing a massive attack on Israel, much bigger than the one in April. The missiles could be fired from Yemen, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Iran. Iran is moving large amounts of military equipment around the country. The Iranian military defense asked citizens not to take pictures or videos of military equipment on the roads due to the sensitivity of the situation. Yes, operational security. Russian weapons arrive in Iran. The Russian Galix Airlines, which specializes in arms transport, landed in Tehran today. Flights to Lebanon and Israel are canceled. The Pentagon deploys additional cruisers, destroyers, and a fighter squadron to the Middle East to protect Israel from Iran retaliation, including the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group. Jordan and Egypt announced today they will shoot down rockets headed toward Israel, de facto announcing they will protect Israel. Israeli officials have received satellite phones and are under heavy security measures. U.S. secret intelligence has told its close media outlets that Iran is preparing to strike Israel starting on Saturday, which they're about 7 hours ahead of U.S. East Coast time, and 10 hours ahead of me, so that would put us at what? 4:30 in the morning Israel time right now. So it could start at any moment. I mean, it already has in Lebanon with these preemptive strikes by Israel. So the previous time Iran attacked Israel with about 300 drones and missiles, 90% of which were shot down by the air defense systems and hundreds of fighter jets of the Israeli, UK, revealing the maximum potential of the defense. A much larger number of rockets and drones than this would cause significant strikes on Israel. And you can bet that's what's coming. And possibly even nuclear. We'll see how this goes. But we know Iran has them. Well, at least we do in this channel. Many others probably don't. But like I said, it was in the LA Times in 1992 that Iran bought some nukes from Kazakhstan after the Soviet Union collapsed. So there you go. That was it for now. I'll keep my eyes on this as much as possible, as always. I wanted to get you this report real quick before it gets too late. So that is it for now. I'll keep my eyes on all of it as always. But guys, like I said, the best prep that you can make is to be prayed up first. Okay? Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through him. He is the ark to get us through the last of this tribulation. Now is the time. Now is the time to accept him as your Lord and Savior. Don't wait another second. Don't wait another day. Do it right now. That is the best, absolute best prep you can make. And that's it for now. God bless. Take care. Chinese Storm. Don't speak news.